What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I rush and how to rush more effectively in Modern Warfare. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you everything that I use, my sensitivity, my controls, left and right switch, everything, and I'm going to be putting it all out on the table for you. So leave a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell so you don't miss an upload, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'm going to go ahead and start with my settings. So what I use in my button layout, I use stick and move flipped, which that means where I can jump with the knife button, which is R3, and instead of knifing with R3, you just press X, which you don't knife very often, so this is a lot better, and it lets you have more movement and more control whenever you're running. Everything else is default. Stick sensitivity is 6 and 6. I'll go through my settings and let you guys just kind of show you guys everything. So now I'm going to go into my weapons and I'll show you the two main weapons that I use. I use the AUG and I use the MP5. The MP5 is kind of my go-to weapon, and I'll go ahead and show you everything on here. Okay, so I use the MP5. I use the riot shield as a secondary because whenever you're running and rushing around, if you get shot in the back, it just hits your riot shield and it doesn't actually do any damage to you. Okay, so for your perks, I pick Overkill so I can carry the riot shield. Restock, because you recharge your equipment for every 30 seconds, which is really good for C4 and whatever, and Tracker is one of the best things that I could use, because if somebody's like running around, you can see their footsteps and you can run up behind them and shoot them. And C4 and Stim Shot. Stim Shot is really good for this because if you haven't played Black Ops 4, that's one of the main things that made it so rush oriented, is that you can manual heal instead of having to get behind cover and wait for your health to regen. Okay, and I'm going to show you some of the attachments I use. I don't use a muzzle. The barrel, I use the subsonic integral suppressor, which I don't know if you know this, in this game suppressors don't actually suppress anything. They just kind of make your bullets like a little quieter, but you can still hear them. But it has a lot of pros and not very many cons. I use the laser because it improves the hipfire accuracy and the sprint to fire speed, which is really good in rushing. No optic, because the MP5 scope is just really good. No stock. I prefer my ammunition over stock, but you can change that. I think there's a pretty good stock in here. Yeah, movement speed, but it takes away some recoil control. Ammunition, I choose the best, and it kind of takes away the fire rate and the aiming recoil, but it doesn't matter if you're right next to him and you start shooting him. It only matters at like far distances. Rear grip, ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, really good. And the perk is sleight of hand, because whenever you're rushing, if you get caught in a reload, you're screwed. The other one I use is the AUG, and I don't even have the riot shield on because like I haven't used this gun in forever, but the AUG is one of my favorite guns to use in Call of Duty, Black Ops, or this game. I love the AUG. It's just one of my favorite guns in general. I even have a lethal. I think I was just screwing around with this class. But on this, you just want C4, Stim Shot, everything else, Overkill, and put on the riot shield, which is really good. If you want to see my attachments for this, I have the barrel, because it doesn't have as many cons, but it has just as many pros. Okay, and then, oh, I don't even know why I don't have this one equipped. See, I haven't used this gun in forever. So I have the tac laser. It's something that you want to get equipped or get unlocked as soon as possible. The stock, I actually have that. ADS speed is way better than aiming stability while rushing. No optic because the sights aren't that bad on this. You want the second one on the rounds because it doesn't have very many cons, but this one has like a crap ton of cons. So okay, and then you want a grip and no perk. That's what you want. So I have restock on this one too. Yeah, so that's really what you want whenever you're rushing, and I'll hop into a game really quick and I'll show you exactly how it works. So I'll just play a game of Okay, so I'll just play a quick game of TDM and show you guys how it works. Alright guys, now I'm going to go over 3 basic tips that you guys need to know if you want to rush in Modern Warfare. Tip number 1, have the best settings possible for the way that you play. You may not play like me. You may rush kind of more tactically, you may rush in their face, you may rush directly through the middle of the map, which is not a good idea, so don't do that. There's just so many ways of playing Call of Duty that my settings are not going to line up with yours, so make sure that you have the best settings possible for the way that you play. You can try stick and move. It's really good for me. It might not be that good for you guys, but I really love it. You might try it with the slide too. There's a setting that you can have slide for R3, and that might be really good for this game. I know that stick and move was really good for Black Ops 4 though, and it's kind of led into Modern Warfare 2. Tip 2, utilize the outside of the map, map utilization, and flanking, because if you're just going to run directly through the middle of the map every single time, not knowing where your enemies are spawning from, you're going to get killed over and over. And it's not fun, trust me. I've thrown mini controllers in my time in Call of Duty, and it hasn't even been that long. So utilize the outside of the map. You'll die so much less often, and it's going to be a lot more fun for you guys to play. Tip number 3 is strafing. I cannot stress this hard enough. You need to be able to strafe if you want to rush. Rushing in Modern Warfare is a lot less movement than it was in Black Ops 4, so it's a lot harder to get up on your enemy by moving faster. So you really need to be able to dodge those bullets and be able to get more shots on your enemy. And not only that, but you also need to be able to like aim really fast at your enemy, know exactly where they're shooting from, and you just need to utilize the way that you hear, the way that you see. All your senses need to be focused for the best results. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my tips, and I hope some of them worked for you. I tried my best to give you all the information that I could, so if you guys enjoyed my video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell so you don't miss an upload, and until next time, peace!